our headlines for this evening. Locally, Nevis featured as one of the best places to live outside of the UK, and a taxi operators training seminar gets underway. The details are straight ahead. Good evening and welcome to the Nevis Newscast for today, Tuesday, March 24th, 2015. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. The Sunday Times has listed Nevis among the best places to live outside the United Kingdom. In an article titled Best Places to Live Overseas, 31 to 40, in the Sunday Times Home Style Home column published in its March 22nd, 2015 edition, Nevis was the only Caribbean island listed. It says Nevis is among those chosen because it is arty and laid-back living in the sun. The island is described as being off the beaten waterway, a tiny sombrero-shaped Caribbean island which is starting to appear on the radar. Nevis appeals to those who cold shoulder the bling ring that is St. Bart's, but still like to know their neighbors are a pleasing mix of judges, architects, and arty types. Nevis is reckoned to be one of the last authentic islands in the West Indies, with the deserted beaches, nestling leatherback turtles, wild donkeys and goats roaming the lanes. Ultra-chic plantation inns and the Four Seasons Resort offer a splash of sophistication, the article says. It also states that one could pick up a small Caribbean-style house on the side of the 3,232 feet Nevis Peak for £300,000 sterling. Colonial-style mansions at the Four Seasons built from scratch or off the peg, ranging from 1.3 to 8 million plus pounds sterling. Other places listed in the article are in Spain, USA, France, South America, and Italy. The Nevis Island Administration's Ministry of Tourism is facilitating its second taxi operators training seminar, which started yesterday, Monday, March 23rd. The training seminar began with an opening ceremony and saw brief remarks by the Ministry of Tourism's Policy and Regulations Officer, John Hanley, who listed some of the regulations the trainees should pay keen attention to throughout the seminar.
I want you to remember that as taxi drivers, you are the first point of contact to our many visitors. And as they always say, first impressions count. You need to remember that customer service is very important. You need to deliver high-quality customer service to your passengers. You need to remember that the safety and security of your passengers is of paramount importance. Very importantly, you need to remember that honesty is important. We have had a few complaints over the last several years of taxi drivers trying to overcharge the passengers, and I want to encourage you not to let that be named among any one of you.
Nicole Liebert, Product Development Officer in the Ministry of Tourism, outlined the details of the course.
The course will actually run from March 23rd to 30th, but it will not include the Saturday and Sunday, so we're really going from Monday to Friday, and we come again the following Monday. Some of the topics we're going to cover include the history of tourism, really about the history of Nevis and tourism, how it would have emerged. We will cover the sectors of tourism and the various components of tourism sector, the importance of road safety, an introduction to basic first aid and CPR, destination awareness, professionalism, the laws related to the tourism sector, tourism and culture, quality customer service, taxi operations, taxi in as a business. We will also be looking at social security and self-employment.
Acting Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Tourism, Carl Williams, in his remarks, encouraged the trainees to learn as much as they can.
The industry, we are aware, is service-oriented, and a number of stakeholders are at the vanguard of ensuring that quality service is being provided to our visitors. In this regard, taxi operators are extremely critical in this process. I am therefore admonishing you, participants, to see this training as a tool which will ensure that you are equipped to provide the quality of service which your client demands, bearing in mind that it won't be just the thing to do, but it would be your job.
The taxi operators training seminar is taking place at the St. Paul's Anglican School Hall and is expected to conclude on Monday, March 30th. The Ministry of Agriculture is appealing to motorists to help to alleviate the traffic congestion that is often experienced during the ministry's open day activities. The 21st edition of the Agriculture Open Day is slated for Thursday and Friday of this week.
There's lots of parking space below Bath Hotel going down towards the Bath Springs. You can park there, you can walk across the bridge, or you can enter the gate there just opposite Reliable Motors. This year we have an additional designated parking area. We have gotten permission to use the hill in the ETW Park. That's the area that vehicles normally park when they go in to watch cricket or watch sports. That's the hill on the eastern end of the ground. So we have gotten permission to use there, and we are asking persons to use that additional area to park your vehicle and please walk over to the villa. We have to bear in mind as well that the weather is normally quite dry around this time of the year, and then there's a problem with dust. So there's the dust factor, and the more vehicular traffic comes into the villa, the more problems we have with the dust. And so we're asking persons to please cooperate with us this year and try to refrain from coming into the villa.
Evelyn says unless vehicles absolutely have to enter, their drivers should refrain from bringing them into the villa. He also made an appeal to booth operators.
We are once again asking the booth owners that once you would have brought your exhibits into the villa, to kindly remove your vehicles from in front of the booths. I know persons have a practice of bringing their items in and parking their vehicles in front of the booths. It looks a little unsightly, and it creates less area for persons to congregate. So we're asking booth owners, as usual, to come early with your exhibits. Once again, we will have security at the villa on Wednesday evening, so persons can start bringing their items in on Wednesday evening. We'll have security, and so your items are normally secure, and we'll crave your indulgence. Those of you who are bringing your items and your products in on Thursday morning, please be on time. The official opening ceremony starts at 9:30, and we do not want any vehicular traffic moving backward and forward in the villa during the opening ceremony. So we're asking you, please, for your kind cooperation and support.
The Ministry of Agriculture's 21st Open Day will be held under the theme Strengthen the Drive Toward Food Security. Coming up after the break, Inland Revenue Department offers taxpayers an opportunity to clear outstanding amounts. Stay tuned.
Welcome to Nevis.
It's easy to believe that all Caribbean islands are the same until you visit Nevis.
Nevis is the Caribbean of a bygone era.
You will enjoy a most intimate vacation on Nevis. You're only a stranger here once.
We offer exclusive and barefoot luxury stays.
With only 400 hotel rooms, our island may be exclusive.
But a warm, genuine and friendly welcome is just everywhere.
We look forward to meeting you.
Visit nevisisland.com.
Welcome back. The Inland Revenue Department, in keeping with its Know Your Taxes drive and its mandate to raise awareness of the importance of taxation to nation building, will be participating in this year's Agriculture Open Day. The department will operate a booth from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Thursday and 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Friday.
The department will be accepting payments and will be offering a waiver on interest and penalties on all taxes except VAT and CIT, VAT being value-added tax and CIT being corporate income tax. but that is only if the payment for the specific tax is paid in full. The general taxpaying public is asked to take advantage of this and visit our booth in this location and seize the opportunity to clear up all outstanding payments, whether it be your property tax, your wheel tax, your unincorporated business tax, or even your driver's license. We continue to encourage the general public to be a responsible citizen.
Meantime, the Inland Revenue Department will also offer a fun-filled opportunity for the general public to become educated about the department's importance, functions, and operations.
Come and mingle with us at the department and learn about your different taxes, know your taxes. Partake in our games. There's the IRD Tax Lucky Dip, there's the Balloon Pop, and there's the disseminating of information, where we ask you general questions about Inland Revenue Department and taxes, and you'll be rewarded for those questions if you are correct.
To obtain updates and information about the Inland Revenue Department, persons can like the department's Facebook page, Inland Revenue Department Nevis. Persons who are interested in poetry writing still have a chance to register for the Department of Youth and Sports Poetry Writing Workshop, which is slated for Thursday, March 26th. The workshop will be the department's first activity for Youth Month, which is observed annually in April.
It is a way for us to show our young people that, as I said before, you can express yourself through poetry. If you're frustrated, if you're seeing things in the community that you don't like, that you can express that through poetry. And we're going to use our local poets, including Mr. Earl Panko Morton, and we'll have Tafari Ayende, and we'll also have Mr. Kareem Herbert, who is a songwriter. We'll show our young people that you can transpose your poems into songs. Some young people are interested in songwriting, and they don't realize that poetry is at the heart of songwriting. And so we'll show them that poetry can be fun, exciting, entertaining, and that is the approach that we're taking for our poetry writing workshop.
The poetry writing workshop is the precursor to the department's April 11th Poetry Night at the Nevis Performing Arts Center, NEPAC Courtyard.
The skills learned in the poems which are written on Thursday will be expressed through our poetry night on April 11th. The poetry writing workshop targets the high school students straight up to adulthood. So we have 10 students coming from each of the high schools, and registration was open to, or is still open to, people who are in the community who are interested in writing poetry. Remember that the poetry will come from your heart, using your style. We'll just expose you to different forms.
The Department of Youth and Sports Poetry Writing Workshop will take place from 8:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. on Thursday, March 26th at the St. Paul's Anglican School Hall. Meantime, the Department of Youth and Sports is recruiting members as it seeks to charter a Toastmasters club here in Nevis. Toastmasters International is a non-profit educational organization that teaches public speaking and leadership skills through a worldwide network of clubs.
Our Toastmasters has been used internationally since 1944. To enhance our skills, and many companies and organizations use it. Even persons use it for their professional as well as personal development. So if you want to be a minister, if you are a leader in the community and you want to work on your public speaking skills, if you feel that you're shy and it's something that can also help you, I think that Toastmasters is an organization for you. We are trying to attract anyone who is interested in expanding and extending their knowledge base in communication skills and leadership skills, but you have to be 18 and older.
A Toastmasters club was chartered in St. Kitts on Saturday, March 21st, and the department intends to charter a similar club on Saturday, March 28th.
The meeting will be held at the Department of Youth and Sports Conference Room from 7 p.m. on Saturday evening, and we are encouraging anyone who is interested to contact the Department of Youth and Sports, or you can contact me personally at 663-5586 to get more information. And what we will do is send you an email with the registration form and other information. The governor of District 81, which is the Caribbean District, she will be here. She was here for a demo meeting a few weeks ago, and she will be back. The the intention is to officially charter the club. And so she will go through and answer questions if people have questions who maybe they would have been absent from the first meeting. And then the intention is also to elect club officers.
According to Claxton, members will be required to pay a charter fee as well as a monthly fee.
The cost is not a fundraising cost. It actually is a cost for the materials that you need. There's a $20 US charter fee and a $6 US fee per month. I take this opportunity to encourage everyone within the sound of my voice and all the viewers out there to join Toastmasters International. It will be something that you will not regret. It will enhance you in ways which you have not imagined. And so just call the Department of Youth and Sports, find out as much as you can, get the information, and I hope to see you at the meeting on Saturday.
The Toastmasters Club meeting will be held at the Department of Youth and Sports, located on the second floor of the Reliable Motors Miniplex. That's it for tonight's edition of the Nevis Newscast. Thank you for viewing. Good night.